A man in his 70s injured in an overnight house fire has now died. I'm Jessica Hayes. Just ahead, what investigators think may have started this fire.
An extreme protest outside the Trump International Hotel. What we know about a man who set himself on fire.
And cut the cord and save on your cable bill. We're going to look at the top alternative TV services to save you money. Fox 59 Morning News at 7 starts right now.
From Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Morning News.
It is another soggy start to your Wednesday morning. The rain is going to dry out soon. It's going to stop. Here's a look at the temperatures. It is much cooler than it was yesterday, but at least in our area, Logansport, you're freezing, but it should not be slick out there for you this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Angela Ganell.
And I'm Ray Quarterpassi. I'm sort of sick of these soggy starts to the day here. Ready for a little bit of sunshine and drying out.
Yes.
You don't want to continue with the alliteration?
Is there something going on here? Jim O'Brien, let's talk about it. The details. Give them to us.
All right. Thanks a lot, Angie and Ray. Good morning, everybody. On this Wednesday, 7 o'clock your time, still about an hour away from sunrise. Sunrise at 8:03. We've had some light drizzle in the overnight. That will be winding down. And again, temperatures are well above 32 degrees in most locations. So again, no ice expected here as you're heading out this morning. As you can see from live guarding radar, not picking up on that drizzle. That's how light this stuff is. So again, not a huge amount of rainfall, but it's there, and it will be with us for the next couple of hours. Now, we expect to see cloudy skies as you're heading out at sunrise this morning. Temps are holding at 36. We're at 34 in Peru and 37 in Bloomington. And as you'll notice here, our wind chills, that is the story. Much colder to start the day. It feels like 28 in downtown. As we go throughout the day, our temperatures will move slowly. We're only getting up to 45 for today. That'll be the coolest of the next several days. In fact, with another warming trend, if we can get enough dry air in here later on today, we could actually end the day with some sunshine and a high at 45. Britt?
All right, thank you, Jim. And at 7:01, overall traffic looking good on I-69, I-70, but we do have a new issue on the south side. Eastbound 465, we've got a crash just east of Madison Avenue. All of this red and yellow indicating slowing, and we can see it right here on our in-depth camera. That right lane is blocked, and we've got that rush hour volume, so that's contributing to this delay as well. Again, on the south side, eastbound 465 near Madison Avenue. Now, we do have our photographer Ryan Liggett out with our drive cam. He was in Shelbyville, headed back towards Indianapolis, now traveling westbound on I-74, just past County Road 400 North a few minutes ago. And as you can see, traffic is moving just fine.
Good to see that there. Thank you, Britt. 7:02, and a busy night for firefighters, also rescuing a child. Around 2 o'clock this morning, a fire started at this home in Beech Grove along 14th Avenue, and we're told that a 7-year-old suffered at least minor injuries, taken to the hospital to be monitored and get treatment.
Yeah, we know that no one was hurt there. Crews are still investigating what started that fire. Going to talk a little bit more now about this Ball State student who was arrested for dealing drugs right outside of his dorm room.
All right, we'll get to that in a minute, but first, Jessica Hayes is now ready live at the scene of that fire. Jess?
Hey guys, we're talking about the fire on Marlowe Avenue. We've learned from IFD that hours after the man was brought here to Eskenazi Hospital in critical condition, that man has died. Now, he's not been identified yet. IFD does first have to notify that man's family. They say the man lived in the home for 40 years. His caretakers, a man and a woman in their 20s, also lived there with him. IFD tells us they left the home about 30 minutes before the fire started. They told IFD lit candles by the front door may be to blame, but IFD is still investigating the cause of this fire. The home had no working smoke alarms, so crews arrived to heavy fire. They had it under control in about 25 minutes. The 74-year-old victim was found not breathing. He was given CPR. He regained his pulse and was hospitalized, but sadly he did not make it. IFD says they think he was sleeping when the fire started and was overtaken by the smoke. A dog also died in this fire. One firefighter had a minor injury but was cleared at the scene. Again, the 74-year-old man injured in the fire has died. So as soon as we get official word on what caused that fire, we'll have that for you right here and at fox59.com. Rain, Ange.
Thank you so much for that. Now back to this Ball State student who was arrested for dealing drugs out of his dorm room. We're talking about 19-year-old Christopher Campy, now facing several possession and dealing charges. Ball State police say someone called and reported a strong smell of pot coming from the second floor of the Johnson complex. Court documents state the police found LSD, marijuana, packaged edible drugs in his refrigerator. Police say Campy admitted to dealing drugs just hours before he was arrested.
A man found shot in the neck at a gas station on the east side of Indianapolis. IMPD officers were called out to 30th and German Church Road last night. A woman tells police the victim, she drove the man to a nearby gas station after he had been shot. He was last listed in serious condition at the hospital, still waiting on word on suspects in this shooting.
And new this morning and developing, former President George H.W. Bush is in the hospital in Houston. According to his chief of staff, President Bush doing fine. He's expected to leave the hospital in a few days. The former president and his wife Barbara already decided to miss President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration because of his health. The 92-year-old is the oldest living former president.
We'll keep watching that development today. Also developing out of D.C., a man rushed to the hospital overnight after trying to light himself on fire outside the Trump International Hotel. Hotel employees called police and firefighters. They responded to the call of the man engulfed in flames. Investigators say the man told bystanders he's from California and was protesting the election of Donald Trump. He suffered burns but is expected to survive.
And President-elect Donald Trump back in New York this morning after his pre-inauguration dinner last night there in Washington. More than 100 foreign diplomats attended this black tie affair along with Trump's cabinet choices. Here's video of that. Both Trump and Vice President-elect Mike Pence addressed the room.
I want to thank all of the people in the room. We have so many friends. 147 diplomats and ambassadors. Never been done before.
But I'm not sure that the national media here in America completely understands the president-elect. But I can assure you that the world will.
Trump is set to meet with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo today to talk about the Affordable Care Act. He asked, Trump did, Pence to pass along a message to more than 300 mayors yesterday during the Conference of Mayors, including Carmel Mayor Jim Brainerd. He said he's planning an infrastructure bill, and it's, quote, going to be big.
And as many lawmakers and American citizens head to the Capitol to support President-elect Trump, the list of lawmakers boycotting Friday's inauguration is getting longer. Two more Democratic Illinois lawmakers announced they won't be there. So far, about 50 U.S. legislators have said they will not attend. Many made the announcement after Trump criticized Congressman and civil rights hero John Lewis, who questioned Trump's legitimacy as president. Hey, don't forget, we've got all of your inauguration coverage right here on Fox 59. Our team of reporters start their live reports from Washington tonight and continue every day leading up to Inauguration Day. And then on Friday, we have got a 2-hour live special coming your way at 9 a.m.
And we mean moment to moment. In fact, right now, our very own Shannon Hauser, she's on a bus, and she's with a Columbus group called Roving Elephants, and they're on their way to the inauguration. We'll bring you more on her trip here on Fox 59.
We'll see what she's got there. And still ahead for you today, the NFL in the spotlight this morning with Lady Gaga.
But should they be? How the league is reacting to rumors claiming they've told Gaga that she can't talk politics at the Super Bowl. Is it true?
Also, we are getting a sneak peek at a little-known inaugural tradition, the one-of-a-kind gifts the Vice President and Vice President will receive.
And it's 7:08, guys. Awaiting sunrise an hour from now. Clouds are still pretty thick and still some light sprinkles out there. We'll be looking at some changes later on today, maybe some late-day sunshine as we begin to dry out. We'll talk about more rain in that forecast coming up.
And Jim, free on Fox, your chance to win 4 tickets to the Indianapolis Home Show. That event features hundreds of vendors offering decorating, remodeling, and construction ideas. Who doesn't love to walk through the house and get ideas? I love that. Kicks off this Friday, runs through January 29th, right there at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. Caller 5, you're going to win those tickets. 317-239-1059. You do need to be at least 18 to call. We'll be right back.
Everybody is talking about the newest TV obsession.
Look at how far we've come. Hold on to that.
Everyone wants to be a star. Star, all new, tonight at 9/8 Central on Fox.
We have a situation.
Hey, guys.
And her name is Trish Murtaugh.
Trish is his attorney.
He is guilty.
He's innocent.
Because he says he is? It's a pretty good reason.
Lethal Weapon, all new tonight. Or watch anytime on demand or on Fox Now.
Florist Your Home is celebrating the grand opening of our Avon location. Now through Saturday, we have 3 rooms of hardwood flooring for $359. Visit us at any location, Lafayette Road, Noblesville, or Avon. Florist Your Home, that's who.
Ed Martin Buick GMC, the only name you need to know. Drive home happy in under an hour in your new GMC Terrain for only $189 a month at Ed Martin Buick GMC. Over 4,000 cars and trucks online at edmartinbuickgmc.com.
I looked my boss right in the eyes and said, "Those are brown."
Big ships shouldn't float, but they do.
The valet took my mints.
These are terrible quotes, but Safe Auto will get you a great car insurance quote in just 3 minutes and could save you 25%.
That's a great quote. Namaste.
You know, having a baby and having a 3-year-old, we're hoping to get a little guidance so we can save for a house. Working with somebody at the bank is going to be different. So Maurice was great with going over our everyday finances. He definitely helped me see how we can save and pay off our debt at the same time and why we would want to do that. I'm so ready to take our next step.
Ready to move your life forward? Visit regions.com/nextstep.
At Butler Toyota this week, 0% financing up to 72 months. 6 years on almost 10 different Toyotas. Or save up to $3,000 off. New 17 Camrys as low as $169 a month.
Today through Saturday at 96 Keystone at Butler. Butler Toyota.
Florist Your Home is celebrating the grand opening of our Avon location. Now through Saturday, we have 3 rooms of carpet installed with pad for $749. Visit us at any location, Lafayette Road, Noblesville, or Avon. Florist Your Home, that's who.
It is 7:11 on this Wednesday morning, the 18th day of January. Temperatures holding in the mid-30s at this hour, and really mid to upper 30s should be expected at the bus stop. We have some light drizzle, but again, no icy conditions being reported as we're well above that 32-degree mark. We'll talk more about today's forecast and when rain returns in just a few minutes.
Hey, Jim, new this morning we are learning 3 earthquakes hit central Italy in just 1 hour. The first quake had a preliminary magnitude of 5.3. It was followed then by a 5.7 magnitude earthquake 50 minutes later, then another 5.3 magnitude quake. So far, no injuries have been reported. Last year, nearly 300 people, as you recall, were killed when several earthquakes hit the area.
I woke up to like a barrage of noises happening, da, 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 and then it got louder.
Texas Police Detective Jerry Walker shot and killed while responding to a call of a man with a gun. This morning, the suspected shooter has been found dead after the standoff with police, but the suspect's cause of death is unclear. Investigators say when police first got there, the suspect started yelling at them, then ran into his house, opened fire on police, and hit Detective Walker. EMS rushed that detective to the hospital where the 18-year veteran of the police force died of his injuries.
Police in Orlando arrested the man wanted for killing 2 people, including a police sergeant. Markeith Lloyd was arrested after a month-long search. You see him being led into the police car with bandages. He was wanted for the deadly shooting of Sergeant Deborah Clayton. She was trying to arrest Lloyd as a suspect in the killing of his pregnant ex-girlfriend when the shots were fired. Now, after weeks of searching, officers arrested Lloyd near Clayton's mother's home. The arresting officers used Clayton's handcuffs, actually, to bring him in. Well, today, Health and Human Services Secretary nominee Tom Price will face the Senate in his confirmation hearing.
Democrats have been asking to delay this hearing until ethics questions are answered. Congressman Price traded more than $300,000 in shares of health companies while sponsoring legislation that could boost their stock prices. Democrats are questioning whether that violated the law.
And meantime, Capitol Hill is still reeling after a contentious hearing for Education Secretary nominee Betsy DeVos. Yesterday, Democrats challenged her support for charter schools and school choice. She defended her work of steering tax dollars away from traditional public schools and said it's time to move away from a one-size-fits-all system. Democrats are calling her confirmation hearing a shame and a rush job. They've requested a second round of questioning. Well, controversy this morning as the NFL denies giving Lady Gaga instructions to avoid political commentary during her upcoming Super Bowl show. An NFL official called the rumors unsourced nonsense. Representatives for Lady Gaga, though, confirmed the NFL statement. But Entertainment Tonight reported that the league warned the pop singer that she could not say anything about the election or President-elect Trump. Lady Gaga is a known Hillary Clinton supporter. Following the election, she stood on top of a sanitation truck outside Trump's New York office and held a sign that read, "Love Trump's hate."
With only 2 days left in office today, President Obama will hold his final news conference, of course, on Friday. He's attending the inauguration. After that, we've learned both the president, the first lady, will travel to Palm Springs, California for a vacation. Mr. Obama says he and Michelle have, quote, some catching up to do. He says he's also looking forward to not setting alarm, and they celebrated her birthday yesterday. Well, it's a little-known inaugural tradition that spans more than 2 decades. For the 8th consecutive inauguration, Lennox Corporation creating these official inaugural gifts from the American people. The China company going to be presenting one-of-a-kind engraved crystal bowls to the president and vice president at the inaugural luncheon.
The mysterious thing about crystal is just that. You have a substance that you're cutting into, you're trying to create reflections, just like a jeweler cutting a stone. I like to watch the inaugural luncheon and see the expressions on the faces of the president and vice president when they receive these gifts. It's a very special moment.
Do they ever drink out of them, or are they just to look at?
No, they are not dishwasher safe.
Okay. The inaugural luncheon follows the swearing-in ceremonies at the U.S. Capitol, where Donald Trump will officially take office as the 45th president of the United States. Yeah, I wonder, what do you put in those glasses?
I don't know, but you put it on a mantle
Yeah.
next to the Cubs jersey that he got last week. All right, 7:15, time to check any problems that might be on the roads.
Let's check in with Britt right now. Hey, Britt.
Hey, good morning. We do have a minor delay on the south side, eastbound 465 with a crash just east of Madison Avenue. A new injury crash to tell you about, though, on Harcourt Road, just north of West Lane Boulevard, so expect some slowing there. No word on extent of injuries, but expect to see some emergency vehicles on the scene there. Here's a look at this crash on the south side that I just mentioned. Again, eastbound 465, just east of Madison Avenue. You can see just how much traffic is slowing down because of that right lane blocked there with that crash. 465 at Michigan Road. They just zoomed in a little too close, so we can't exactly see what's going on there, but I have been watching this camera, and traffic is heavy on the north side too.
All right, so it's starting to pick up out there a bit. Britt, along with that, still dealing with some pesky drizzle, not a huge amount out there, mainly just light sprinkles. Fog, really a non-issue. Ice, not an issue as well here across central Indiana. So the roadways will be damp or wet. That's about it. And we will start to see drier air begin to work in. So the rain chances will diminish. We've just had a little wave pass through the state in the overnight. That was enough to kind of shake things up, get a couple of areas of light rain falling. Notice the fog, or at least the visibility map, up to about 10 miles out at the airport. So no problems if you're flying out of town for today. A live look at Guardian radar. Pretty quiet, but again, as we put the radar in motion, you can still see a few sprinkles out there. All this moving off towards the east. The larger wave now is all the way out towards Ohio. A lot of cloudy sky, though, extending all the way back out towards Missouri. We're going to try to get into just a bit of sunshine perhaps later on today. It'd be nice to see the sun at least for a little while, maybe a few peaks late this afternoon, but already another system taking shape, and that's the one that's going to bring us more rain, it looks like, heading into tomorrow. So another wet day on the way Thursday, especially by the afternoon and heading into the evening hours. We're at 36, so thankfully we're not dealing with freezing drizzle out there. We have a west to northwest wind, by the way, at 12 miles per hour. So that is creating a wind chill. Plan on that heading out this morning. Everybody's showing temperatures above 32 degrees at this hour. And as we take a look from the past 24 hours now, we're basically 17 degrees colder in the Circle City. So the wind chill this morning, dress for that, especially for the kids at the bus stop. It's going to feel like the upper 20s as they're heading out. And temps are not going to move too much for today. Today will be the coolest over the next 7 days. We only get up to about 45 for a high later on this afternoon. That's still running about 10 degrees above average. So pretty incredible how mild it's been the past several days, and really over the past couple of weeks, kind of these ups and downs where we were in the mid 60s just last week. As you'll notice, our wind flow still coming in from the west, and it's this high trying to build in for today. That's going to help to dry out the air a bit and perhaps give us a little bit of limited sunshine later on today. Our computer models are indicating the clouds may thin for just a little while, but notice the rain beginning to gather. Now, this is late tonight, early tomorrow morning. We'll stop it at about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Should be a dry start on our Thursday. Then rain chances will be coming in tomorrow afternoon and especially into tomorrow night. Might be enough energy there to get a couple of thunderstorms going across the Ohio Valley, including Indianapolis. So might have more of that lightning and certainly some rumbles of thunder. It looks like our rain chances come down a bit on Friday, but our temperatures will continue to climb upward. So we're going to be in another warming trend, it looks like, heading into the weekend. Well, no doubt, definitely a damp start out there this morning, some patchy fog, but it's going to be cool and maybe some late day sunshine, a high at 45. Our 7-day forecast will put our temperatures tomorrow at 51, but wet conditions are back. Friday, 57. Moving into Saturday, still have that slight rain chance, but a lot of dry weather on Saturday. 62 for a high. We'll go 58 on Sunday. Temperatures fall again on Monday, but bounce right back up on Tuesday with a high at 57.
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, coming up for you this morning here, a young boy says he feels a lot like a robot.
That's because he's the youngest in the world to get an artificial heart. We're going to take a closer look at the first of its kind medical procedure and how it could be a game changer for others.
Fox 59 News is brought to you by the January Indy Boat Show.
For 5 days only, Indy's largest boat dealers are having the biggest sale of the year. Marine Center of Indiana, Sea Ray of Indianapolis, and Pontoon Boat City are showcasing amazing deals at the January Boat Show. The largest selection of boats in the state, the lowest prices of the year. Factory rebates, 5 days only. Special finance rates with no payments until spring. 5 days only. Free parking, free admission. Don't make the I'll wait mistake. Come out to the January Boat Show. Online at JanuaryIndyBoatShow.com.
When it comes to choice, best usually equals smartest, too. So consider this from your Central Indiana Honda dealers. The all-new Ridgeline is 2017 Truck of the Year. Civic is Kelley Blue Book's overall best buy 2 years running. And Accord is a Car and Driver 10 best again. There's more. Your choice also includes rates as low as 0.9 or Honda starting at just $179 a month. Life is full of options. The smart choice? It's Honda. And 0.9% financing at your Central Indiana Honda dealers.
Life prior to losing weight, I had difficulty bending over to tie my shoe, getting out of breath, walking up steps. When I decided to have the weight loss surgery, I never imagined what my life would be like as a result of my weight loss. It's a complete change in how I live my life now.
Think you might be a candidate for bariatric surgery? Find out more at our free seminar at the Franciscan Health Weight Loss Center. Franciscan, inspiring health.
It only happens once a year. It's the Andy Moore Avon Nissan buyback event. Get this. Andy will give you up to 120% for your trade-in vehicle when you purchase or lease a new Nissan.
Choose a new 2017 Nissan Altima or a new 2017 Nissan Rogue for only $79 a month. How about a new 2017 Nissan Maxima for only $189 a month?
Now you get even more at Andy Moore. Up to 120%. Trade-in, trade up.
We have what you're looking for at Andy Moore Nissan in Avon.
At Drees, we don't believe in settling for someone else's dream home. That's why we make it easy to design a home that's so you. Start designing your new home today at DreesHomes.com.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one Special Edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Get an average total value of $6,150 on Chevy Silverado All-Star Editions. Plus, find your tag to get an additional $1,000 on select Chevy vehicles. Visit ChooseYourChevy.com.
723, a new phishing attack, as in PH, that kind of phishing, spreading around Gmail, could fool you into giving up your password. We get lots of questions from viewers saying, is this one fake? Is this? What should I do? The tech group WordFence says the email comes from someone in your contact list. It contains an attachment that looks really safe. If you click on it, though, you're redirected to a web page that looks exactly like the Gmail login page. That login page is fake. Experts say you should not enter your account credentials there. Don't do it. They recommend enabling two-step verification as an extra security measure for your account. So on that one, that is fake.
All right, I have to watch out for that. If you're somebody always worried about finding a parking spot if you're going to an event, how about this? Google Maps is testing a new feature to alert you of potential parking problems. Now, some users are able to find out how tough it'll be to find a parking spot before you leave, which would be good. The feature doesn't tell you where to find a spot or if you'll have to pay for parking, so it's limited. All right, I'm going to go on here. The hope here is to, I'm going to get to this next story here. Hang on a second. Is this the medical marvel story, the little boy? Let's get to that.
The drug resistant one?
Okay, hang on.
Okay, well, so anyway, some users are finding out, again, it's difficult to find the parking spot before they leave the house. You know, sometimes you have to pay for parking, so we did that one. So let's talk about this one.
Superbug.
I'm going to do this one. Can we go on?
Superbug.
I can read it, but I don't want to know if we're going to have the video for it. I'm just going to read it. A strain of drug-resistant superbugs might be spreading more widely than previously thought. I think there's a problem with the red. There we go. That's according to a study published this week. Okay, so here's the deal. In the proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, the superbug is known as CRE, and it tends to spread in hospitals and long-term care facilities. The CDC says it causes an estimated 9,300 infections, and listen to this, 600 deaths a year. The study suggests CRE generally spreads from patient to patient without signs or symptoms at first. Experts say stopping it is as simple as having caregivers wash their hands and better clean medical equipment. So that's the deal. That's an issue. All right, so we're going to do the medical marvel story.
I really want to get to this is the story I've been waiting on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little guy.
Hey, just so it could be fun to watch because our computers are acting up and the video is acting up, so we don't know what we're doing. So please don't turn the channel because I promise we're going to get it. We're going to get it fixed.
All right. Here's the little medical marvel story I want to tell you about. An 11-year-old, a little boy from Aurora, Illinois.
Let's not skip this one.
Is. Yeah, he's the youngest artificial heart transplant recipient. Still waiting for a real heart. Jaheim Wiggum is a popular kid at the Children's Hospital of Chicago. He says that his new artificial heart makes him feel like he's a robot. He was born with a heart defect, underwent his first transplant in 2012, but his body started rejecting it last year. So now he's one of only 40 worldwide to get this smaller artificial heart. And again, this is in Aurora, Illinois.
All right. I'm hearing.
You only have to see him to know that you would do whatever you need to do to fight for him. So we decided to take the chance and to do something innovative and to bring this incredible technology here.
And so the hope is that the wait for a donor transplant heart won't be too long. We want to follow that story and let you know how it develops and how his health improves.
Well, not having scripts right, not having video right can be a real bummer, but politics can be a real mood killer too when discussed on a date. But if you're single and feeling the love for President-elect Donald Trump, there's a website just for you. Have you ever seen that commercial? FarmersOnly.com.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. TrumpSingles.com is now up and running. Since last summer, more than 20,000 people have subscribed. The theory here, talking politics on a first date might be an epic fail. So as a member of TrumpSingles.com, you'll already know how the other guy or gal feels. By the way, the site's motto may sound a little familiar. Make dating great again. FarmersOnly.com.
Those commercials are pretty amusing.
My kids go around singing it.
She kicks the city boy to the curb.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, we already did the superbug story.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump ahead for you here. A local group of 8th graders heading to Washington, D.C.
All right, they got up early. More on their efforts that made this trip to the presidential inauguration possible.
Also, thieves at it again, breaking into cars. We'll tell you where police are seeing increases in thefts here as they caught one thief at least on camera.
Florist Your Home is celebrating the grand opening of our Avon location. Now through Saturday, we have 3 rooms of waterproof flooring for $649. Visit us at any location, Lafayette Road, Noblesville, or Avon. Floors to your home, that's who.
Up to $6,000 overbook for any trade.
A lot more for your trade.
Don Hines Ford's 42-hour trade-in event. Huge savings on every new Ford. Every Escape, $4,500 up to $6,000 off every one. From $189 a month. Fusions up to $6,000 off every one. From $169 a month. Or through Saturday, get up to $6,000 overbook for any trade. Our 42-hour trade-in event.
Don Hines Ford, 126th Street, State Road 37 in Fishers.
After an accident, you have only one opportunity for justice. Call 1-800-2-KELLER.
When you're Indiana's auto giant, you can do big things, like give you lower prices.
At Hubler Chevy, we want to thank you for making 2016 a record year. We're celebrating with giant savings all month long. Drive a new Cruze, only $89 a month. Or a new 2017 Silverado, only $159 a month. Hubler is the dealer to help the people. Start the new year off right with a new car.
Come see us at Hubler Chevrolet on US 31 South in Indy.
Let your ideas grow. The Indianapolis Home Show. January 20th through 29th at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. With hundreds of experts all under one roof, this is the place to find great deals, new ideas, and practical advice. Tour the stunning centerpiece home built by Fisher Homes and get design tips from Hillary Farr, co-host of HGTV's Love It or List It. From kitchens and baths to landscaping and more, the Indianapolis Home Show. January 20th through 29th. Buy tickets online and save at IndianapolisHomeshow.com.
At Butler Toyota this week, 0% financing up to 72 months. 6 years on almost 10 different Toyotas. Or save up to $3,000 off. New 17 Camrys as low as $169. $169 a month. New 17 RAV4s, just $199. $199 a month. Plus, we've got a great selection of hard-to-find 4Runners, Highlanders, and Siennas. And you'll get more for your trade-in at Butler.
So don't miss your chance to save on your new Toyota. Today through Saturday at 96th Keystone at Butler. Butler Toyota.
It's Wednesday. We're closed.
Floors to your home is celebrating the grand opening of our Avon location. Now through Saturday, we have 3 rooms of laminate flooring for $349. Visit us at any location, Lafayette Road, Noblesville, or Avon. Floors to your home, that's who.
I always say that. This is one of yours, but I know Group
Love.
Love.
It's also Lauren's, who is picking the music today. It's Good Morning by Group Love.
Can you turn on the windshield wiper one more time, then I think we're done.
Hold on. Let me get. Oop! I have it on intermittent.
Oh, shoot.
How do I turn it off intermittent?
I think they're broken. Hey, it is misty a little bit out there today. That was even my dog growing up.
Misty? Oh, I love Misty. Misty. Did Misty run away? My dog ran away. Budweiser, the beagle, ran away. He could still be alive. I mean, it's highly unlikely. He'd be like 40.
So,
yeah,
let's not talk about what happened to our.
Sorry.
We're
in future mode right now.
Time.
We're in future mode. Looking ahead, weather-wise, Jim O'Brien, tell us about a little bit of sunshine as the day goes on.
We're going to try to get some that sunshine working in. Ray, by the way, that would mean your dog was 280 years.
in people
dog
years?
40 times 7, yeah.
Yes, probably.
Is that right?
280. 7 times 4 is 28.
Yeah. I mean, beagles are tenacious, but. Yeah.
They are. Hey, guys, we're at 7:32, still tracking rain, not snow this morning. And, boy, the snowfall totals, it's been pretty weak so far. This season, we've only had 6.1 inches of snow here in Indianapolis, and we're now about a foot and a half, or rather, I should say about a half a foot below average here in the terms of snowfall. 6.5 inches, that's our snowfall deficit so far, and we'll be adding on to that as we've got warmer weather on the way, but kind of a chilly day today. No ice issues, though, thankfully enough. We've had a few sprinkles in the overnight. A little bit of light mist out there, but temperatures continue to stay above freezing all across central Indiana. We're at 36 in Indy, so again, no icy issues expected this morning with that light drizzle. 28, though, the wind chill, cold. Yeah, 25 in Lafayette. Bundle up as you're heading out this morning. If we get any sunshine, it would be late this day and pretty limited. A high only at 45. We'll have more on the warming trend coming up. Britt?
All right, no ice issues, as Jim just said. That's music to our ears, and traffic is looking pretty good out there right now. We do have a new crash to point out for you right now, but only a couple active crash sites. this new accident. Watch out for it. 13th Street at Emerson Avenue. Not seeing any major slowing around that accident. Let's go back down to the south side. We've been talking about that crash eastbound 465 near Madison Avenue. It has been cleared, so all lanes are back open, but as you can see, we do have some heavy volume there on the south side, so a little bit of slowing each direction there, and a little bit of a delay headed north on 465 here at Fall Creek Road. This is on the east side. Now we do have our photographer Ryan Liggett out with our drive cam right now, giving us that windshield view. He's traveling north on I-65, just past the downtown area, coming up on 38th Street. And as you can see, northbound I-65 moving well. Angela?
Hey, thank you so much, Britt. Developing this morning, a murder for hire plot is foiled. Hang with me here because it gets pretty confusing. Last month, we told you about the arrest of a Muncie man who police had sent a homemade bomb to his ex-girlfriend. Now we're learning that the man's new girlfriend was also plotting to kill his ex. This is according to police. 49-year-old Tamara Allis is here, arrested on charges of conspiracy to commit murder and perjury. Muncie police arrested her boyfriend, Lionel Mackey, for sending a bomb to his ex-girlfriend. In the time Mackey has been in jail, police say Allis started plotting new ways to kill the woman. Investigators believe she didn't want anyone to testify against him. We spoke with Allis last month just after her boyfriend had been arrested.
He's the sweetest guy in the world. He really is. He's the sweetest guy in the world. I don't think he would do that kind of thing. I never would believe that about him because he took care of me with my diabetes. He's the sweetest man in the world.
Allis also told police Mackey coached her to lie to investigators. He allegedly wanted her to say that he was building a DVR machine and not a bomb.
7:35 now. We've got a Fox 59 crime tracker to pay attention to. An increasing number of thieves are breaking into vehicles in Johnson County around the Center Grove area. Investigators think that this man here could be responsible for more than 15 break-ins since Thursday night. Most of the stolen items, things like loose change and gift cards. But at 3 locations, the thief also stole guns from the vehicles. If you have information that could help police in Johnson County, you're asked to call the Sheriff's Department. And new information on the City of Carmel's crackdown of Airbnb users. The city's been warning homeowners not to list your home for rent on websites like Airbnb. Officials are sending letters to homeowners warning them they are violating city zoning laws. And they say that the city has received several complaints from local residents, neighbors, homeowners associations, and even hotels. The city says homeowners violating the law have 10 days before they'll take action.
It is 7:36 now, and just days into his new administration, Governor Eric Holcomb delivers his first State of the State address. The governor reminding lawmakers of his top priorities, talking about a long-term plan to fix and maintain our roads. He did not, however, say whether he supports a House Republican plan that would raise the state's gas tax to pay for it.
When it comes to paying for these projects, I'm open about a menu of options. The fact is, existing sources of revenue are just not keeping up. Now, I'm a believer that every time you ask a taxpayer for $1, you better be darn sure you need it and are going to use it effectively for its intended purposes.
Right. The governor is also calling on lawmakers to expand the state's pre-K program and put more money toward fighting the state's drug epidemic. Democrats say they agree with those broad principles, but said the speech lacked specific details.
Well, the national politics now, we just learned Secretary of State John Kerry will not attend President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, according to his advisor.
And happening today, local students are heading to D.C. for the presidential inauguration.
They're going, and they're going to take off from Indianapolis International Airport. Jillian Deem is there with more on the effort it took to make this big trip possible.
Oh yeah, St. Luke Catholic Church. They are ready to go to Washington, D.C. and the inauguration. Is everybody excited to go on this trip right now? I think they are ready. Oh, we love this. You guys are going to Washington, D.C. Let's bring in Principal Steve Weber over here. Hey there. Okay, this is so exciting for you guys. I know everybody is really excited. Okay, so tell me about this trip. I know you guys have so much planned.
It's going to be a very busy trip. We normally go in October. We had the opportunity a year ago to decide to do this, and we did it. And so we will be busy Mount Vernon, the Smithsonian's, the Capitol, the memorials, and the inauguration. So, and they actually get to go to a dinner dance on Thursday night. So it's lots of things going on. So.
Very exciting. I know it took a big effort, too, to get this group together. I know you guys, 93 people total about it?
93, and they earned over $40,000 with a garage sale to help fund this trip. So everybody worked hard on this.
That's amazing. We were saying once in a lifetime opportunity here for these guys. So you know what we have to do. We got to check in with the students here. Okay. I got to know what you guys are the most excited about. Okay, so I'm going to go around. Okay, what are you most excited about on this trip?
I'm most excited about the Air and Space Museum, which we're going to today.
Awesome. I know you guys will be sightseeing, all kinds of stuff. What about you?
Going to Mount Vernon.
Nice. Okay, that's Isaac back there. Wait, what about you?
The inauguration.
Inauguration. Yeah, I know you guys will be on the mall for that. How exciting. What about you?
Probably the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah, I know you guys are going to museums, to monuments. Who's excited about the gala? The gala. Oh, what do you have?
It's gold and black with flowers on it.
Oh, sounds pretty. I love it because, yeah, you guys have a gala, so they're going to have 600 kids from all over the country coming together. Bright Spark, who organizes this. I see you guys have these little backpacks, these little orange backpacks. Yeah, these look good. I know they helped organize this trip, put this all together, and they're going to have students from all over the country coming together for that gala. So they'll have their own little inauguration gala of their own, all dressed up. Everybody's got a nice little fancy outfit, right? We are so excited for you. I know you're going to have so much fun. They've got jam-packed plans going on after the inauguration. They're going to continue some of the plans on Saturday before flying back, and we're excited for you guys. All right, guys, give a little wave. Thank you for being on with us. Have so much fun. All right, we'll send it back to you guys.
Looking good. And the Sound of North, that band from Columbus, they left a day early, still trying to raise, I think, 10,000 of that 15,000 they added on to sleep in a hotel room because they are going to be playing an extra place. So yes, keep it right here on Fox 59 ahead of the inauguration tonight. We have you covered with live reports from Washington. On Inauguration Day, we have a 2-hour live special that starts at 9 a.m. on Fox 59 before the inauguration starts. We have an entire team headed to the Capitol. Some of them, Dan Spieler, Bob Donaldson, Matt Smith, Shannon Hauser, Kyle Linsky, all going to be in D.C. for the swearing-in ceremony. We also have a team behind the scenes. I know Kylie works, a lot of you know, because she's on the show a lot, cooking. She's going to be doing a lot of our social media. So anyway, busy time. A lot of people covering it. Coming up right here at 7 o'clock, a marathon runner attempting a new world record.
Yeah, we're going to show you how he's already accomplished it, how much he's already accomplished, and just how far he plans to run now. We'll have that as we continue this morning at 7.